Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Ricker,
And I'm Catherine White, Executive Director of the New Rochelle Chamber of Commerce.
and we're here with the brand new podcast, Chamber Chat. So joining us now is Joe Imbrogno, the owner and founder of Easy Haul Movers, located right here in New Rochelle. Joe, thank you very much for joining us today. And little fun fact, Joe is actually an Iona University alum.
Yes, I am, and Iona Prep.
Yes,
Wow.
Iona Prep as well. So you go back far in your New Rochelle roots.
Yes, I'm a Gale.
You're a Gale times two.
Yeah.
Always a Gale. So tell us a little bit about your business. How big is it? How many trucks you have?
Yeah. So right now I'm running 5 trucks. I park them all down there on Pelham Road near the water, so my guys have a nice view every time they go to trucks in the morning. I have currently about, I would say maybe 12 to 15 full-time, 3 or 4 part-time guys.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, when we started this, it was just like a shot in the dark. And here we are almost 7 years later, and I have all these trucks, all these guys. It's just it's a testament to them, though. It's like without my workers, I'm really nothing. I mean, I could come and start doing estimates, and people tend to take a liking to me, but if I send up a quality of work that's not, a good representation of me, they're gonna be like, Joe, like, what the heck's going on, So my guys are everything to me, and I'm just fortunate I found a good group of guys,
That's great.
Yeah.
So what would you say your largest or longest move has been?
Longest move, we only do the East Coast.
Okay.
So it's definitely down to Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, we do, primarily we're tri-state, but, there's a lot of people, especially during the pandemic, that relocated down south.
Yes.
The Carolinas were very hot. Florida was very hot. So we started going down there. The biggest move was probably a house in Greenwich in a little area called Conyers Farms. Funny story, when I first went to do the estimate, how when we were kids, we would ride our bikes in the middle of the street.
Sure.
So I go through the gated door, the secured gates to let me into the premises. And the kids weren't on their bikes; they were on their own horses in the middle of the street. So I was like, "Where am I?" So that was probably the biggest house we did. It was like a 5-day move. The house was like 12,000 square feet, 7 bathrooms.
And they were moving where?
To Scarsdale.
Wow.
So yeah, they downsized, I guess, to a small house in Scarsdale.
That's crazy.
So,
Did you
yeah.
move the horses too? Or they
No,
left those
They
behind?
had their own transportation. They had their own transportation. But no, I was wild to see that.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Conyers Farms it's like on the cusp of Armonk, Greenwich. So
Okay.
depending on where you are is how lucky you are with the taxes, because you definitely want to have the Greenwich
Yeah.
taxes, not the Armonk ones. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was the biggest move by far.
So, just kind of segueing back for a second, what made you think of a moving company? You said you're only here for 7 years, so
Yeah.
what prompted that?
So I don't know if you know, but prior to this, I was in corrections.
Oh, that's right. I did hear that.
And I ended up resigning from there. Just didn't like the way the whole department was going, or my position with the department. So I was in and out of jobs for a little bit. I went to work for another mover. I worked very hard, and I just saw what the customer service. They say that there's like 3 most stressful times in people's lives, right? It's like death, divorce, and moving. And the way I just feel like I could relate. I don't know if the jail kind of did this to me or just how I was raised or brought up, but I could really adapt to whoever I'm talking to. So I could talk to a 80-year-old woman or a 16-year-old kid, and they both tend to take a liking to me pretty quickly. So, I was in and out of jobs. I was trying new things, and I was like, what? If I could provide a service and if I could de-stress something so stressful in people's lives and I could give them a sense of comfort, I said, let me take a shot. And I just took a shot, and it was the best decision I've ever made.
Yeah, definitely. I know that like you try to make everything easy. I've seen that like if someone's moving, you bring them all the boxes, you get it all set up.
Yeah, that all comes complimentary. Like once we agree on the price and a move date and ever, I provide free packing material complimentary with every move. And that's big in itself because, you know, who wants to go out and lug boxes, especially people that have apartments, the elevators or walk-ups. That's when I come out and I bring them to you personally. I come, you know, I reassure you this is what you need. I show them how to make the box, you know, for the clothes. Again, it's just a different type of service that we provide. I know there's a lot of moving companies out there, but I take pride in customer service. And as being like a mom and pop instead of these bigger nationwide moving companies, you're not just like an order number. By the end of the move, you become friends, if you know, you feel like family almost by the end of the move.
Right, which is why you've been voted the best of Westchester, best movers, right?
Best of Westchester 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row, exactly.
That's
4
amazing.
awards. We won best long distance movers too, as has the Chamber of Commerce.
As the Chamber of Commerce has as well, yes.
Yeah, congrats.
But yeah, we always see you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's definitely something though. I mean, I know you've got a good following on Instagram, and I
Yeah.
see the reviews that are on your website and that are posted. You know, everybody's always raving. In fact, you guys are the preferred movers for most of the developments in New Rochelle, correct?
All of them, yeah. So when I first started, the only thing that was up at the time, Catherine, was Trump
Right.
is mostly condos though.
Yeah, condos.
So, but the residential ones, it was really only Skyline, which was Avalon, and Halsted Stations. Now you have, you know, Encore, 333 Huguenot, 360 Huguenot, 1 and 2 Clinton, Modera, Illustrator, Rockwell, the Skyline's still there,
Yeah.
the Huguenot, Stella, the Standard. There's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And
More
and
coming.
2 more to come, 2, 3 more to come. And I'm just fortunate enough that, you know, I just went and presented myself and said, hey, listen, I'm a local guy, you know, these are our accolades. This is what we could do for your residents moving in and out. And they all took a liking to me. So then I got in with management, Gray Star, Mill Creek, Harbor Group, all the management groups that are in these buildings. And they have me on their welcome letters as the preferred mover. So when you come in, you get a welcome packet and my flyer's in there. So I'm just fortunate that, you know, I'm able to provide this service.
Yeah, that is great. I walk into the buildings and I'm always happy to see that, like you or Absolute Dry Cleaner, another chamber member.
Yeah.
They're the dry cleaners.
Absolute's everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to talk to that guy.
He's, you know what, and that is not to say a fluke, but that is just something he really has worked on because he was just a small spot, you know, on the Shore Road. And
I see him everywhere.
He's exploded.
He's in all the buildings too.
Yeah, he is.
And again, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I also throw, as a thank you for residents, I host a lot of breakfast and breakfast on the go.
I've been to a couple.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
that's
actually
amazing.
doing one this Saturday at Stella again.
That's my daughter's building.
Oh yeah, so Zeppieri's Bakery in the Bronx. Shout out Carmine Zeppieri's Bakery. They provide, you know, I pick it up from them. I bring it, danishes, bagels, muffins, pastries, just as like a thank you for letting us in the building and for trusting us. You know, it's just a little way to give back.
So, what would you say your favorite thing about being a small business owner is? And for those who are looking to start a small business, what advice do you have for them?
My favorite thing, going back, it has to be the sense of relief that I provide in my customers during such a stressful time. Again, being a mom and pop, you know, I could attend to everybody. Could I turn into a huge nationwide company, 400 trucks? I mean, I'm sure I can if I really wanted to, but then I feel like it's gonna take away from my customer service, right? So if I'm doing 4 or 5 moves a day, I could still interact personally with the customer. If I'm doing 500 moves, it's impossible. So I try not to, you know, let greed get into me. I like the quality of service to be the same and the quality of customer service to be the same. And I'm just fortunate enough, again, that I'm able to be in this position. I would say just don't let any setbacks, because you're going to have setbacks, just don't let any setbacks deter you from the goal that you're trying to obtain, because I've had a couple setbacks, and I could have said, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. Or maybe I should try this, or maybe I should try that, like I did with previous jobs, right? But if you really focused and have a goal, just take the setbacks as like a learning experience and just move forward, because you'll get there eventually. If you want it, anything you want, you'll get if you really just keep at it. So that would be my only advice.
Okay.
I was going to say, definitely, like, I really appreciate, because I watch you guys on Instagram and things like that, and, try to take pictures of your trucks when I see them, always working at the different buildings.
Yeah, thank you.
But, I did see the camaraderie between you and your guys, between you and your clients, and I think it's kind of unique, because you don't always see that,
No. Yeah, I have people, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I don't mind it, so I guess it's good for now still. There's people, that get really worked up, like a night before a move or a week before, and they text me late at night, after business hours, and I'm always answering. Again, it's more like a casual, I try to keep it more like a casual, like I'm here for you type relationship, instead of a, what are you doing? It's after hours, you can't text me. If I'm up and I'm on my phone or on the phone, or if I see an email coming through, I'm going to answer it. It doesn't matter what time it is.
That goes a long way.
Yeah. And that's, I think, a reason why it elevated us to where we are so quickly.
Yeah, because I definitely see that. Even when I reach out to you, I'm like, can I ask you this, or do you know that? And I just said, I have another chamber member I'd like you to meet. You're always just so receptive to all of that.
Yeah, well, that goes, I just don't like things lingering either. Like if someone asks me to do something, or if I know I have to do something, or if I could, I get so busy that I try not to forget, because I used to forget things quickly. So I like to just address it as soon as it comes in. This way, you ask me, boom, seconds later, here it is. So I don't forget, because it's not personal. It's just I'm pretty busy throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very exciting, but I'd love to see the growth, and
Thank you,
Best of Westchester, always on that.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, hopefully we can get it again next year.
Yeah, definitely, I'm sure.
All right, cool.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for coming by.
Of course, thank you again for
And
having me.
it was nice talking to you. I hope
Thank
you
you.
come by again in the future. And thanks
you.
for all your hard work and all that you do for the community.
Thank you, and thank you guys again for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, it's great, and I just always appreciate what a great supportive member you are of the chamber and all the things that
Yes.
we're doing.
Thank
Yeah.
you.